The fabricator draws from available data.
Maybe later we'll go in through it with VR. Let me turn this down a little bit here.
To provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden. The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat. The builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions. Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception. Motivational note. Craig McGill crash-landed in the acid swamps of Boreal 9, fought off arachnid kidney poachers, and hijacked a Tave Star Wall. If he can do all that, you can survive one more day. LifePod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to
see what kind of
database.
spawn we got, because this kind of determines our... I mean, are we going to be able to... Hold on, I want to see here.
Unknown.
Are we going to be able to put one in here? Okay, we are.
Signs detected.
Alright, I think what would be cool is to start this base. Let's throw down a glass compartment like right here. That maybe, no, is that going to be able to go through? Let's just see if it's going to be able to go through. I don't, ooh, it is. Okay, so we're gonna have this go through here, and we're gonna have our little entrance right here. This is gonna be, I want to say we're gonna do a little. No, we need to go out one more. So I want to do a different biome, like a different type for each biome. And this biome, the safe shallows, is gonna be the entrance to like the whole like planet kind of like base type of thing in a way. You know, we're gonna have like different outposts. So we're gonna have a little observatory right here. We're gonna do a, you know, we're gonna do an L compartment here.
Constructed with a specific research task in mind, observatories and other glass modules
the window right here.
Prudent for survival purposes.
And then I'm thinking maybe it might be cool to look at this in VR, because that might be really cool. Yeah, I just kind of want to get started by making a couple moon pools here. Let's make a very basic entrance here, and we'll go and we'll add in all the stuff. We got to figure out power. I think this place is good enough to be able to do probably a bunch of solar here, so we'll attach it. We need to find a nice big flat place here. Probably right there. Can I do another one? Yes, I can. And
after weeks without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
You know, we'll have like a little solar farm right here for the base. We'll check this all out in VR. We'll see how it goes here. Soul run. I also think it'll be cool is if we go to each biome and we grab what like can spawn in the biome and like put them in different stuff. You know, really take a little while. Let's deconstruct that. We don't really need that. And then we're also gonna throw in a floodlight right here. You know, just in case. You know, any workers. You know, kind of need to work on this during the night, I guess. Because we want to make this like real life in a way. So just in case any workers need to be there. But yeah, let's head in here for a little bit here. So we need to actually make ourselves a couple nope, we can't do that. We need that here. I'm gonna swap that out for this.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended. The sea moth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
We're gonna make another one, and I think that people coming here and docking here, they'll use these two sea moths as kind of they'll use it as kind of like a way to travel around to the different outposts, because our goal is to have one in every biome here in this map. And I think that maybe we have a very small creepvine or little outpost here. But yeah, this whole basis story is supposed to be an intro, kind of like the entrance building in Jurassic Park. Just have some basic stuff in it. And we're going to want our entry as scenic as we can, so we're going to do window here, give me that, yeah. We'll go window here, and then we're going to do a vehicle, where's the vehicle bay here? Vehicle upgrade console, we'll put that right there. And then I want to do a wall planter. Where's that at? It's gotta be an interior. Nope. There we go. Little wall planter, get some greenery in here. And then going in, I want this to be kind of like, well, first of all, we should probably add a breach door in both these. Actually, I should probably put a nice little battery charger in each one, and a nice little power cell charger, just to give you some power when needed. But yeah, let's do a bulkhead here, add one here, and add one here. So we're gonna go ahead and open up, and then we're gonna go with window up here, window right there. They're gonna go with reinforcements. These reinforcements are gonna make it so, in case the submarine thing, doesn't do good, we still have power. So we'll go ahead, we'll add the windows in here. I should have just done survival and just done cheat so we can be able to, oh wait, whoopsies. Vehicle upgrade. So then we would have been able to like test stuff like the durability or something. But it's okay. We'll do it one episode at a time. Where's the wall planter? There you go. So here you go. You got a nice little sea moth. Got some windows overlooking the kelp. Our patrons come in here on the little sea moths, and then they turn the door. Oh, we forgot to add the battery and the power cell here. Got to make sure things are all nice. Battery charger here, and a nice little power cell. That'll get you the basics. So you come here. We just want to copy. Alright, perfect. So there's the bulkheads. Alright, and right here, we want to do maybe a radio to like send out, like we just arrived or something. That might be good. But I'm thinking what would be good is a nice little, that's not what I want. Nice little bench. Give our patrons who just arrived a nice little seat down as I kind of wait.
Pre-recorded distress call.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by this Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location. uploaded to PDA.
So yeah, then you come through here, and we want to do...
Endorphin levels low. Consider taking a seat and meditating. It may help to remember that problems exist only where you choose to see them.
So then you kind of take like a long path, and I'm thinking we gotta go into a large room. Oh, we might not be able... we might be able to. Alright, so then we gotta go into a large room here. And you know what? The large room is gonna have a glass dome. You know, allow you to see. This is kind of like the intro meeting area here.
Detecting increased local radiation levels.
And then
trend is consistent with damage to the
we're gonna pick up
Aurora's
the bladderfish, the peeper,
during planet fall.
And then I don't think we can pick up these things.
May have unexpected applications.
We're gonna need an acid
Utilizing alien
mushroom.
resources is a proven survival strategy.
Need one of these, a peeper. And I think we do a nice little hatch here, and I think we gotta throw down some grab traps. So it's over here. So here's kind of the intro meeting area, and then I want to do kind of a big little alien containment here.
Aquariums provide an ideal opportunity to study alien fauna up
Put a
close.
hatch right here.
Select carefully which life forms you bring on board. They may also be studying you.
And then we're gonna drop you know, just some local fauna into the mix is really what I want to do here. And then also we can change down the gamma for this. I don't know, graphics maybe, yeah. There we go. That looks a lot better. Alright, now we're gonna need a couple things here. We're gonna need didn't add any speakers. Kinda really want to add an aquarium because we have like this main thing, but we'll add a couple lockers right up here. Yeah, that's kind of for some basic storage here. You know, for our weary travelers, we'll put another radio up here so you can listen to stuff. Put a nice little fabricator.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
All right, over here we're gonna put a counter here. Perfect. This will be your little kitchen. Put a little trash can right here at the corner. You know, this is your little lounge area here.
You look like you could use some coffee.
You know, we'll put the vending machine right here. We'll put two. You know, have two different vending machines here. And then we need to put a nice little... Can I put a flower pot right here? I can't. That kind of sucks. But we're going to do a little fabricator right here, because technically that's kind of like your oven in a way. You can make stuff in it. And we're going to make a couple grab traps here. The grab trap is going to be used to catch stuff outside. Then we're going to need a couple of beacons here. So I'll throw down a couple of beacons. Alright, perfect. So essentially, you know, you get here on this island and you kind of come off your sea moss and you come in here. This is kind of going to just be like a little waiting area. And then we'll run off into a couple of wings here. Right here we'll have a little wall locker here. You know, this is where you'll put your extra fish, or maybe even a little med kit station right here. Put into, you know, because this goes outside. We'll head out here, and this will be where the chef kind of gets their stuff. So, a little grab trap right there, and we'll put another one right there. That's a lot, but that traps all your food. Ooh, Gary fish we can put in there. So grab Gary creature egg too. Grab that. Then we'll cut up some tubes there. I don't think that gets planted, but we can cut up some of this, the brain coral there. And we can cut up some withering weed right there. Oh, don't tell me that they're grabbing the inside of there, are they? They are. Alright. Oh great, our inventory is full. I didn't know they could actually do that. Alright, and then we gotta open up this. We'll swap the container of that. Perfect. Then we'll come out through here. Out here. Grab the grab trap there, grab the grab trap there. We'll come up here. Put a grab trap there. Put another one right there. Perfect. So now that shouldn't grab it, but it should allow you to kind of like come in and grab your food for the day, you know, etc. Got a lot of stuff here. Alright, what else can be found in the safe shallows that we haven't grabbed yet? Other than like a rabbit's fish egg? Ooh, boomerang. We haven't grabbed one of those. Boomerang is also in here. And we gotta find a rabbit fish egg. Maybe a crash fish might be good actually. That would be technically in their habitat. See, a shark egg would be pretty nice. Ooh, this would be a nice plant to grab. Blue palm? Heck yeah. Treasure ain't even a crash fish in there. Right, there's gotta be one in here. Hey, Mr. Crash Fish.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Ooh. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
Trying to find the red fish egg for the crash fish. There's one. Let's also get a mini little crash fish in here. Alright, I think that's good for the fish tank. I want to do this in every biome. Out of a fish tank to show, you know, like what kind of creature thingies are in this area. Alright, then we gotta unload this. Alright, good. Exit. We'll go ahead, we'll go throw some extra floaters in here because I don't really need these. And a little medkit in there. And a stasis rifle and a propulsion kit, because why not? Alright. So that's our little garden. It'll grow a bit, grow garden type. Alright, exterior, we're gonna do another plant there. And then we'll do a couple other plants there. This is our little area here for chilling out. And then we're gonna do a couple things here. We're gonna do one of these here. We'll do a window here. We'll do some reinforcements. And we're going to do vertical connectors up. we're actually going to go up to the surface for the bedrooms. Because I'd like to imagine people who are getting to this island here. You know, they're just kind of arriving. And we will add a launcher here, I think in the reef, or in the, I can't remember the name of it. Anyways. Another compartment here, another one, our mobile vehicle, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty much on the ground. We're going to do a little hut here, another one over here.
It may be prudent to separate work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity.
If I add one here,
treat this space as your home, but never forget that it is not.
Sweet. So this one is kind of going to be like, it's right next to the, dude, this is actually such a dope spawn for this. This is going to be kind of those like above ground ones. You know, you kind of slowly dip your toes into the water and then boom, you know, like you see, where would that location be at? Like in the Bahamas type of thing. So that's where I'm picturing with that. That's where I'm going with that one. And these ones is just going to be, we'll go window here, window here, window here, 3 windows. Then we're going to do a nice little wall planter here, wall planter here, wall planter here. We're going to have a door actually, you know, got to have some privacy. Where's the door actually? Bulkhead, there we go. Have a nice little door, you know, lock it off. This is where a bedroom is. And then we're going to put down, oh, I forgot to add water filtration machines. We will add that down there. We'll have a little personal locker right here for you to put your belongings. Then we got to do the essentials. We'll do a little radio here. And then maybe you might need some meds. So there you go. Little battery charger.
This is Officer Keenan, Life Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed
command. Little aquarium right here.
The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Alright. Get up here and dude, just look at this. This is pretty wild here. Alright, real quick before we forget. So let's go grab this one real quick. We're on our way there. Grab more of the local wildlife here. We'll box that up. So now you arrive. Then you gotta walk down. Let's just say we just got here. Oh, he got some pot. Alright, so we get here, we arrive. Come over here, we open up the door. Now you be seated. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, this planet's gonna be good, you know, kinda like a train station type of feel. But for Seamoths. And then we'll kinda head down here. You got your power for the station right there. Yeah, in here you got your, well, and you got your little office chairs here where you can sit down, view some of the wildlife here. And then eventually you are going to be able to head up to the sleeping quarters, which is get a little sign here. Alright, well that clearly didn't work, but we're just gonna write it up along here actually. Sleeping quarters. Sleeping quarters. So then you kind of come up here, and then this first one over here, this one's getting worked on here. And you get a kind of basic aquarium setup here. Huh. And then for the bed, we're gonna do a quilted double bed. Check that, there's the first little base. Food and water is downstairs, kind of like a hotel room. And then over here, this is our Aurora viewing platform here. So pretty much all these are gonna be the upper areas. We'll do some wall planers there. Quilted double bed right in the middle, so you can take a nice little sleep here.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation.
Let's do a little bench right back here with a command chair, just kind of over here in the corner. This one, we're gonna have a pretty basic setup here. Yeah, we're gonna do, where's the bulkhead at? You know, a little radio for you to listen to the music or any news. I don't think I can actually place this anywhere.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Charge here. This is kind of more of like a sleeper unit in a way. It's the more the luxurious suite. So we'll go up here. Alright, perfect. And then we're gonna do a little locker right here. Just kind of put some personal stuff away. Like for instance in here we're gonna put all these acid mushrooms because we don't really need these. But yeah, so this is the starting area all done. This will be the first episode, and I plan to do every single level. But I want to get to some of the more interesting ones. So we're gonna go down the ladder here. We're gonna hop out, and then before we go anywhere, this is just a little quick basic one. We'll go through all these in VR in the future. This is a very basic starting route. You know, it's just kind of a little sleeping thing. So you get to the planet, and you kind of go up here. This is like a visiting center in a way. I'm gonna drop the beacon here. We're gonna add it as the Safe Shallows Lobby. Well, we'll name it the Safe Shallows Lobby there. Alright. So yeah, with that being said, we'll see y'all in another episode. We're gonna head to the island and do a Craig Zone Island one that I'm really thinking of doing now, but it is turning out time, so we will have to see. Guys, make sure to subscribe. Goodbye.